I'll be honest, chicken nuggets make no sense to me. Ground up breaded bird meat shaped more often than not like a dinosaur. But at least the plant-based conversion of this strange sector is going to put it more mainstream, at least in my mind, and make it make sense. Let's try Impossible chicken nuggets, which are just coming to grocery stores as we speak. Let's face it, chicken nuggets don't need to really be chicken nuggets. They're just breaded, tasty, greasy protein nuggets. Chicken just happened to be the easiest, most cost-effective way for the food industry to get there. So to make these plant-based just makes sense to me, if they're really good. Now I'm going to cook these off-label, on the grill. You won't see this on the package. It's the usual conventional oven or microwave, but I want to try a little something different. And these days we like shooting outdoors, and this is the peak of summer in California, September and October, so I just feel like trying it. Let's see how it comes out. To give them a better chance at coming out well, I'm going to do 3 places on the grill. I'll do a couple of here on the foil for indirect heat, a couple up on the high rack for a little distance, and then I'll drop a couple of them here over the flavor bars of the grill. These may get singed. A breaded product on a grill is basically stupid, but I'll try it. This distance may help, and the foil should put us in good shape, so I'm going to put 3 over there. Package instructions call for 375 for 11 minutes. I'm a little hot, but I'm going to maybe pull the time down a little, and hopefully it all works out. Now, to be honest, if chicken nuggets are child's food, they're not child's play as a business sector. Something like $1.1 billion worth were sold in the U.S. last year, and that was up 18% on the year before, 19 to 20. It's a pretty big business for what is a pretty small food. I still can't imagine it being center of the plate for anybody but a 7-year-old, but who cares? It's a big sector. Therefore, you see a plant-based company like Impossible targeting it. As I look at these, though, I wonder if maybe it shouldn't have been the first of the plant-based foods, as opposed to the burgers that we know so much better. And I think that because they seem easier to me. You don't have to replicate blood or bleeding, which Impossible is known for. But if, for whatever reason, these are coming a little later than burgers, but they might be just as important to a lot of shoppers. Now, we're taping today, very top of September of 21, and Impossible chicken nuggets have been available in a few restaurants. Not many. In fact, not really one near me in my corner of the San Francisco Bay Area. But the bigger news is that they're now moving out to widespread food service. That means they can get to a lot more restaurants. And by end of 2021, they expect to have 10,000 grocery locations that are selling these. Okay, we're about halfway through our cooking time. Let me see how these ones over here on the Bear Grill are doing. They're doing great. Why isn't this on the package? No charring at all. Love it. And then my ones over here on the foil are, I don't know, needlessly on the foil at this point. And the top grill, I think, is going to be a little cool. But everything's going great here. In fact, I think the ones that are on the grill bars are going to do the best. I might even get grill marks. Okay, while we're cooking on the flip side, let's take a look at some nutritional numbers here. Compared to, say, Tyson chicken nuggets and adjusting for equal portion size, Impossible's version is, as you can imagine, better nutritionally, except for being a bit higher in sodium and a bit lower in protein. And of course, while prices will vary widely by store, there's still a big delta between plant-based and animal-based meats, and you know which direction that delta points. And the main ingredients, just looking at the top line here, water, soy protein concentrate, wheat flour, clearly not gluten-free, sunflower oil, soybean oil, and then a whole bunch of stuff that's 2% or less. Those ingredients may seem very simple, but in my visits to Impossible's labs, I've learned, as I have from other companies in their sector, it's not just what you work with, it's how you actually shape and form and manipulate it. Okay, so these have been in about the right amount of time at about the right temperature, and they're all looking really good on the grill. The ones actually on the grill bars, they may be the ones that look the best. I've got a really nice golden brown. They're giving me a good sizzle, so I'm going to put those over on one side here. The ones that came off the foil, they've got a nice even goldening as well. I don't see any difference, to be honest. And none of these were a failure compared to the oven. And even the ones that were up on top, yeah, got a nice sizzle, well cooked through. These look identical no matter where they came off the grill. So I think we've got a hit here, but we'll find out in a minute. Let me kill the heat. The folks at Impossible sent along some sauces to dip these in because, let's face it, a chicken nugget in and of itself isn't necessarily a flavor explosion. So here's one that came off the grill bar. What am I supposed to say? It tastes like a chicken nugget. I haven't had one in 1,000 years, but it tastes good. Everything about it is exactly what I expect it to be, and not surprising or different or divergent from the category. And that's exactly what you're trying to do with a plant-based product. So much of it is about being an accurate analog, not blazing new ground in terms of flavor. I'll get a little bit of sauce on this one now. It's a great base for dipping. Great base for bees to be attracted to. What's the sauce they like? Okay, let me move these sauces over here. Come on, guys. Bee break, sorry. Okay. Let me try one off of the foil side. This one had the most browning on it. There's no difference. What I'm noticing here is there is a true chicken flavor, not just a salted, seasoned protein flavor. That's a pretty good trick. And the other part is the breading is crunchy and didn't come out kind of doughy. These are all small cues, but they're all part of what makes something like this good. Oh look, one of my grill marks actually showed up here. I'm proud of that, without burning. Look, a chicken nugget's a pretty humble piece of food. The bigger goals ahead will be things like whole cuts of chicken from an industry that is trying to replace animal agriculture. But this is a great start that will get a lot of people tuned in now to be available and on board for whatever comes next. Good work.